Hello everyone, welcome to the second episode of CultivAsian podcast. And today we're going to talk about food. My name is Patricia and I will be the host for today. I am a fourth year computational and systems biology major at UCLA, and I came from Taiwan before I moved here for college. So I'll be providing the Taiwanese/Asian perspective on this podcast.
My name is Ethan. I'm a first year Master's of Education, and I am from the Bay Area, and I am Taiwanese American.
Hello, I'm Paul. I'm a third year MCDB major, and I spent the first 6 years of my life in China before moving here for kindergarten.
Hi everyone, my name is Kiley. I am a third year molecular cell and developmental biology major like Paul. And I come from a Taiwanese Chinese background, and I've been born and raised here all my life in LA.
Okay, so I guess before we get into the topic, let's just rate ourselves in terms of our foodiness. So do you consider yourself as a huge foodie, or do you you just eat to survive? So as for me, I would say I used to be a huge foodie, but right now it's okay, but I still enjoy good food. So I'll say a 6.5 out of 10.
I'm a 0.
A 0?
Yeah, so some background, I have a really bad sense of smell. I would say I have about 20% of a normal human's smell ability. So I think that affects the way I taste food. Food isn't that enjoyable to me, or because of the smell factor. If I could, I would eat or drink the
Soylent?
Yeah, I would drink Soylent for the rest of my life if I found it palatable, but I don't find it palatable.
That's good.
So. But yeah, so I food is not my thing at all.
I would give myself maybe a solid 7, because I do feel like I really enjoy good food and I appreciate it, and I love cooking and making good food. But I would eat Soylent for the calories, I guess. It's presumably good protein and all the vitamins, right? And
that's different though. You're not doing it for the taste. You're doing it for the
yeah, but just eat a little high quality food for the taste, and then just chug that Soylent afterwards, you know? Anyways, that's my take on it.
I think for me, I'm more of a 5 out of 10. I think I'm not very particular in the types of food I like, but I don't really go out that much, so I think my foodie background is very limited, So yeah.
I see. Okay, so moving on to our first question for today. What are some kinds of food that you grew up eating? Soylent?
No, I actually didn't find out about Soylent until I think it was senior year physio class when we were talking about nutritional health. But yeah, I grew up just eating rice with stuff. So every meal there's just rice, and then you just change what's with it. There's always some type of vegetable, whether that's bok choy or spinach, or recently my parents have been really into you know the broccoli that's white? It looks like a little tree.
Cauliflower?
No. I know what cauliflower is. But it's kind of like cauliflower. It's kind of like cauliflower. So
wait, that's
I don't
cauliflower.
know how to describe it. Wait, we have sound effects today. It's kind of yellowish and white and green, and it looks like a little tree.
You're describing cauliflower,
Okay, let's just call it cauliflower.
Okay.
I swear it's not.
It's 1 versus 3. Sorry,
Yeah.
I have to continue.
Whatever. So and then we have some type of meat dish, or protein. So it could be tofu or it could be meat. So usually it'd be some combination of some type of vegetable, some type of meat, and rice.
Yeah, I think I started chugging Soylent at 3, but besides that, my family cooked in a very similar way. I think we just had rice, and we had some sort of stir fry with vegetables and meat. We also had soup. I really liked soup.
Wait, hold up. I have a question.
Yeah?
Brown rice or white rice?
White rice for sure.
Is that your preference, or is that what you ate growing up?
Oh, both.
Oh.
Yeah.
Recently, my parents have been really into quinoa, and they mix white rice with quinoa. They'll mix it together, and then I'll eat that combination. It doesn't.
Quinoa?
How do you describe quinoa?
It's okay, it originates from the Andes. It's this grain that you kind of soak, and it expands. It's supposed to be super healthy, blah blah blah, super
I think
food.
I know that.
It tastes bad. I will tell you.
Yeah.
It doesn't do it for me.
I don't think it's terrible, but you have 20% of a normal human smell. So.
Wait, no. I'm not even talking about the taste. I'm talking about the texture. Like it's like too.
No, to be honest, I've heard of like other people like I think like one of my sister's friends' families like also does that. Like I don't know. Those people are weird. Anyways,
Call my. Are you calling my mom weird? We're gonna have to meet after the podcast, Paul. Kylie, go before I square up on this guy.
I think for me, like it was obviously my mom that's always cooking, right? And for her children, like she's very strict in terms of like what we eat. So like we didn't really have a lot of like she didn't put a lot of salt or like a lot of flavoring in the foods. So primarily, I think a average dinner or like an average lunch, it would be like an herbal soup and some rice.
Wait, you
and
say
maybe
herbal soup? What is that?
herbal soup.
How is that different from like a normal soup? No offense.
Like it just I don't know, it's like a bunch of herbs and it just tastes really bitter, but you get used to it.
It tastes
Bitter?
like Chinese medicine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chinese
yeah.
medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
exactly.
and you like willingly drink that?
I mean, I was a kid. Like, what do you want me to do?
I see. Okay.
But yeah, it's like an herbal soup, rice, some type of protein, and a lot of veggies. So yeah.
I see.
Mm.
Okay, for me it's kind of different because my parents don't really cook. So I ate a variety of Asian food growing up. So like Kanto, like dim sum, egg tarts, etc. Chinese like Peking duck, and obviously like
Yeah.
Taiwanese. Like I go to night markets a lot, and my favorite being the oyster omelette, for example. And I also grew up drinking like goat milk. I don't know if you guys can like relate to that, but there's this thing like they deliver goat milk to my grandma's house every week for like 2 bottles, and then like my grandma would just like give one to me and one to my brother, and then like, yeah.
Did you grow up on the countryside?
I don't think so. It's in Taipei, so like I
But-
would say it's like in the city.
Where are you getting?
Yeah, where are you getting all the
Goat milk.
deliveries from?
I don't
does
know.
Taiwan have goats?
I don't know.
I
I thought
think
it was like
so.
a mountainous like.
Yeah, aren't there mountain goats?
Yeah, but those don't like make that much milk,
Oh,
do they?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't know, but I grew up drinking that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not lactose intolerant, but my parents made me drink soy milk growing up. I hate soy milk.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
I actually quite
Yeah.
like soy milk. I
Me
don't know.
too.
Like fresh soy milk, nothing beats that. Milk is weird though. My parents made me drink milk growing up.
I wanted milk. Like when I had whole milk for the first time, I was like, dude, this is it. This is what soy.
What?
This is what soy milk is like trying to be, but it's not.
I guess.
Wait, then why don't you drink it? Because you're not lactose intolerant.
Dude, beats me. Nobody in my family is lactose intolerant, but we only drink soy milk growing up.
Oh.
I have no idea why.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so now let's move on. Something pretty similar. Do you think the food you grew up eating reflects your background/identity in any way? Why? So for example, for me, like I grew up eating a variety of Asian dish. So I would say that like at first I thought that my parents just like enjoy eating Asian food. But then I eventually realized that I'm actually a quarter Kanto and 3/4 Taiwanese. I realized it 2 years ago. And then yeah, it also gave me like a huge Asian stomach right now. Just like even if we have a variety of dining hall to choose from, like sometimes I would go to Rende East to get like the Asian food, even though they're not the best. But yeah, what about you guys?
Do you want to go first?
I don't know if I have much to contribute to this topic. I mean, so like we like made Asian food at home. So like when we went out, it wouldn't be for like Asian food, right? Because like we're like we can do this at home. So like when we went out, it'd usually be for like white people food or like you know like not Asian food or sorry, not Chinese food, right? Because we kind of got that at home, but it was more of like a luxury thing, right? Because like it would be like a Saturday afternoon or like a lunch or dinner type of thing, or like after church on Sundays we'd go to In-N-Out and that'd be like the highlight of my week. So things like that, but really I think a majority of eating out in the past was like American food.
So do you think it reflects like your identity or like how does it like impact you right now? Any clue? I mean, it's fine to say no.
Yeah, I
if,
have no
like-
idea.
Okay.
I will say my favorite food is I love tacos. I don't know why. I don't know what that says about me as a person. But my favorite food is not Asian food.
I think that like because my parents mostly cook Chinese food, and like from that, I think I definitely developed like a very, very Asian palate. I used to really, really, really like like, I guess, like fast food and like Italian food and like all those other like cuisines. But I feel like that was mostly because I didn't really get that very much of it. So like being able to eat like pasta, however like shitty it was, being from some like, I don't know, buffet line from my mom's workplace that they probably shelled out $15 for, it was like regardless like a really big treat for me. But ultimately, I think that like now I prefer Asian food a lot to like other cuisines, I guess.
So like, was it similar to you where like if you ate out, it was mostly like American food? Or like
The thing is, right, when we ate out, it wasn't American food. It was Chinese food still, right? So it's like, if I was like, I don't know, like 7 or 8, I would vastly value like going to McDonald's over going to some like kind of bougie Asian place, you know? But that was because I was a kid and like, I don't know. Like, I think like a part of it is that like I'm like older now and my like taste buds have changed. Like I just can't handle like the fat and like the sauce anymore. Like the Big Mac sauce just like grosses me out. I don't know. I worked at McDonald's for like 2 years too, and like the cheeseburgers disgusting.
disgusting.
Like if you eat too much of them, the fries are good though. Like I can vouch for the fries.
Damn, I didn't know that about you, Paul.
Yeah.
I think for me, like especially in terms of like me growing up primarily like just Chinese, really really healthy food, I kind of like realized that like as I grew up, I don't want to eat like really like greasy food or like really like carbohydrate heavy foods. So I think it made me really particular and really self-conscious of what I consume, honestly. And like what Paul said, like I don't mind a occasional McDonald's fries or like burger, but like I think for everyday life, I can only stand Asian foods, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I have a question. I'm sorry, I don't want to hijack, but did your parents ever tell you like these myths about foods growing up?
Like what
Like what?
types?
Okay, are you ready for this? I don't know if this is unique to me or like if it's like an Asian thing, but like I would like my appetite has never been really big, so like I would never like finish my meals or whatever. But like my mom would be like, every grain of rice you leave on your plate, that's gonna be one acne on your wife. I was like, damn, I don't want no acne on my wife. I gotta clean my plate. I'll make sure it was like, you know. So I did it not because I like the food, because I wanted a hot wife.
Wait, that's sexism. Like I heard the similar thing, but it's acne on myself.
It's always just a woman.
That's so sad.
I just got shamed for like, oh, the poor farmers, you know, like they worked for every single grain of rice and now you're wasting it. I guess they didn't like tell me anything about acne though.
Yeah. I think for me, I like did not hear any like myths like that, but like my dad's a chef, so like
Oh my gosh.
I'm okay.
yeah, so it's like I would see him working really hard. I'm like, I gotta appreciate the food that he's making, So I'm like, I don't want to waste it, obviously. So yeah.
So like it was more of an internal thing than like something that was imposed on you?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool.
I see. Okay, something similar to what we're talking about right now. Are there any kinds of food that triggers certain memories? I can give myself as an example right now. So I remember that during elementary school, like being in an Asian like schooling system, like I have to go to a lot of cram schools afterwards, right? And it doesn't have to be academics, but it could be like ballet class, like piano lessons, etc. But usually when I finish them, it's around like 9 or 10 p.m. and my mom would pick me up and just like take me to a local takoyaki stand and treat me there after class. And then yeah, it was a really sweet memory. I share it with my mom and sometimes my brother because like if he's present as well, I can get a little more takoyaki because usually a box is like 6, and then if my brother came, and they have usually discounts for 3 boxes, so my mom would just get 3 boxes. So yeah, I will be really happy. And yeah, I really like takoyaki after that memory. And then after I visited Japan, I realized that it's actually like the takoyaki in Japan and Taiwan are really different. Like I prefer the Taiwanese takoyaki, but it's probably because I grew up like eating it. So yeah, that's like a memory with food that I really enjoy.
Dude, I have a lot. I have a lot of foods trigger a lot of things for me.
Share some of the favorite ones.
Okay. Or there's some bad ones, some good ones. So we'll do a couple of each.
Okay.
Right? So like shrimp chips. Have you guys ever had shrimp chips?
Yeah.
They're okay.
But it like smells really strongly, right?
Yeah.
So like I one day like I had a Ziploc bag and I put some in and I brought it to school, and for context, my school was pretty Asian, like pretty East and South Asian, but I was friends with like the Indian people, so I wasn't really friends with other Asian, other like Chinese or Taiwanese people. So like I pulled out my shrimp chips, and they were like, "Ew, what does that smell?" Like like they were like, "Oh, what is that?" And I was like, "Dude, these are my shrimp chips. Like I love this stuff." But they gave me a really hard time about it. And then after that, I never ate shrimp chips again for a long time. Like I was like, "Dude, I don't want to eat these. Like they smell weird." Even though like I never smelled it before because I don't even have a sense of smell. But I just so like I think there were a lot of foods that were associated with like high school or elementary school or middle school in America.
Wait,
yeah.
sorry. I thought shrimp chip is really like popular in Asia.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
not
sure
even
it
in
is.
certain countries, like most of the countries.
Really?
No? Or like is
Or
it just me?
maybe my friends are Americanized. I don't know.
Have you guys like heard of or like have tried shrimp chip going?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've tried it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like a common thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for us, it's a common thing.
Okay, yeah.
But
continue.
and then so like on the same vein, Lunchables. Cause like I like every lunch I'd have the same packed rice with like side dishes, right? But my friends would have Lunchables, and I was like, I want like the little cracker with the cheese and the processed meat. It was like I've tried it like in the past. It's not good, but I just wanted it because I wanted to like fit in. So like there was a period of like I think from sophomore year to senior year of high school where I was like, "Mom, don't cook for me. Like I don't want you to cook for me. I want to get the school lunch or I want to get Lunchables." But my parents would never let me get Lunchables, so I just ended up eating school lunch a lot. It wasn't because it was good or anything. It was just because everybody else was doing it, and I felt like awkward. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like Lunchables like brings back like some type of mixed emotions, or like me trying to fit into like this American crowd, but then also like it not being good, but like me wanting it to be good.
Yeah, no, I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because, like, I think, like, I remember, like, when I visited the U.S. in 3rd grade, like, the first thing I got in the supermarket is also the Lunchables. Like,
Did you guys know about Lunchables like in Taiwan?
like, movies. or, like, not really. I probably just, like, saw it, like, in YMCA or something.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
wait,
yeah.
that's so cool. People, like, I want to try it. So I can relate to, like, the fit-in part.
Did you like it?
Uh,
Dude, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool, but, like, I can see why, like, a lot of them are, like, really skinny.
Yeah.
Like, wait, I don't know. Yeah.
and then like some positive ones. I used to go back to Taiwan every like year or so. Because besides my mom, my dad, and my sister, my whole family is in Taiwan. But we would always get, I don't know how to say it in English, but it's being.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it's like custard filled.
like cake that looks like a wheel.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
like that became one of my favorite foods just because like it reminded me of like family in Taiwan.
It's
It reminded me
good.
of going
It's like really
back.
cheap and good.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. So that and sneaky tofu. I love sneaky tofu. Probably because I can't smell it as much. But like to me, like foods with really strong odors, like I can smell it. So like it makes me feel like I'm tasting something.
Oh, I see.
So, but those are like Asia exclusive. I've tried sneaky tofu here, and they don't do it right. Like it's not stinky.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
although I found this one place in Roland Heights. It's called it's called Tofu King, Tofu Da Wang.
Oh.
That's the only place in America that does sneaky tofu right that I found so far. But yeah.
Well,
So
they call it the name. They better.
so two good ones, two bad ones. I think I'll stop
Yeah.
there.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. That's really insightful.
For me, I think the thing I immediately come up with is like egg and tomato noodles. There was like living in China, there was just like one place, there was this one restaurant that I really liked, and they made like hella bomb noodles. And like the memory that evokes is basically like I remember once, my grandma was like, "Paul, we're going to this like restaurant, you know?" And I like threw a tantrum until they took me to the one with the noodles. I was such a horrible kid. Like I guess, like in a similar vein, I think like in America, like all the kids around me got like Takis and like Lay's chips, and I was like, damn, I want some Lay's chips, you know? I don't know. It wasn't really like I think I just like really went like batshit for those like oily, like carb heavy, like fucking loaded with MSG shit, you know? Yeah.
Dude, the blue Takis.
The blue Takis are weird.
Yeah, it's kinda
But like
weird.
my school, everybody had the blue Takis. So like the red Takis were like weren't cool. You had to get the
Really?
blue Takis.
Damn, okay.
Okay, I think for me, one snack that I primarily remember leftovers, like Pocky or like the White Rabbit candy.
Yeah.
So like I would always like bring those to like Chinese schools, like Saturday school, and like obviously kids are hungry, so like during recess I'd be like, oh, do you want some? And then that's how I would make friends. So like I don't know, that was like one of my primary memories from that time.
Dude, I should have did
sweet.
that. And instead of shrimp chips, I should have brought Pocky. It's like more welcoming.
You know, it's crazy how like easily it is to like bribe people with food.
Have you guys ever played the Pocky game?
No, what's the pocket game?
Oh no!
like you like
No.
So
bunch
you're
of
with
people like
you're with your member.
It's kind of like the Lady and the Tramp. But
Yeah, no.
yeah.
You the description
Yeah.
was very.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we're filming this on February.
the week. Wait, 2 days after.
It's the
Valentine's
16th.
Day.
It's the
Yeah.
16th. Yeah.
But Pocky Day is 11/11 because it's like 4 Pocky sticks.
Yeah.
Or is it Pepero
It's
Day?
a Pepero Day.
Oh, okay.
Pepero
My
Day.
bad.
Yeah.
Okay, context. Pocky is Japanese, Pepero is Korean, and they really don't like it when you confuse the two.
I see. Okay, so wait, I guess I'll add another question since it's right after Lunar New Year. So like, is there anything that you guys have to do during Lunar New Year, or would you say like your Lunar New Year experience is pretty compatible comparing to like the stereotype, which is, so you had like fish, or you had rice cake, you had, what else are there? Or it's just like you gather in a family setting and then you get red envelopes and you kind of just say like positive things to each other.
I think like our family used to be pretty particular about that. Like, oh, you gotta have fish, you gotta have like this and this dish. Like, but I guess as we've like lived longer in America, it's become more of like a generalized celebration. Like, oh, let's just like all get together, cook a big meal with like whatever expensive thing my mom found in the WeChat group chat, and like it's, I don't know, it's like evolved into its own thing, I guess. But
I
like
see.
core elements remain, like the red envelopes. My sister and I wouldn't like allow those to go away, and yeah.
Okay.
For me, so like I actually learned about all those like things in like Chinese school. So like we talked about like why you're supposed to eat certain things. Like the dumplings look like coins. Okay, I realized a lot of it's about money. Like you eat fish because it's like nian nian you yu, which means you have a lot of extra surplus, and then you eat the dumplings because it looks like coins, and then like the greeting is gong xi fa cai, which means get rich. So like I realized a lot of it is about money, but my
Hongbao
family,
nalai.
yeah, hongbao nalai, but but I learned all about that from like culture classes. My family just did hot pot every single holiday. It didn't matter what holiday it was. For Christmas, for Thanksgiving, sometimes for July 4th. Even though we don't really celebrate July 4th, but sometimes. And then for Chinese New Year, we just do hot pot. So every holiday.
Do you wish there's like another way of celebrating, or you like hot pot?
I never grew up with anything else, so it was just like I looked forward to that, and I didn't have any knowledge except for what I learned in class. But like I like hot pot, so I didn't really complain.
Okay, I see. I'll take you somewhere else for celebration. What about you, Kylie?
I think for me, my family like wasn't really particular in like the customs. So like, I mean like when we're free, we'd get together. Obviously, we'd like have some of the steamed fish. But like, I think for most of the time, we would just go out to like a restaurant and have dim sum if it's like a lunch thing, and like just have like regular Chinese Taiwanese cuisine for dinner. Yeah.
I see.
Wait, I was thinking about red envelopes, and I just had like the most like startling realization of all time. So like up until I was like, I want to say like middle school, so like 13, 14-ish, my parents would give me red envelopes, but then they would take the red envelopes and say that they were putting it in my bank account, and I never saw those again.
I think that happened to a lot of people.
I got scammed out of like 13 years worth of red envelopes.
Wait, until 13 or like after 13?
I'm generalizing to like but like,
I see.
I feel like I'd be a millionaire now if I actually got all my red envelopes.
Can you guys relate?
My parents did that for a while. Then they like gave it to me for real, and I lost all of it buying options when the COVID hit.
Did you actually like?
Yeah, I lost like a bunch of money on stock options.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait, how old were you?
Like 15, 16.
You can trade stocks when you're 15.
No, but like,
Do like have a parent.
yeah.
Create that account. Yeah.
Oh.
Dude,
Yeah.
isn't it like? Have you guys heard that story about that guy who like killed himself on rock?
Yeah. It was all over Wall Street bets.
Dude, it's like serious stuff. Like options is crazy, bro.
Yeah. I was like, what could go wrong, you know? But
Luckily you didn't go into
yeah,
crazy.
they probably
debt.
should have like took my red envelope money. I'm not gonna lie.
I
Oh my
see.
gosh, that's insane.
Damn. What about you?
I think for me, like my family really didn't do red envelopes. Like it's just like, oh, if you need money, just ask. You know?
Oh,
Rich.
I see.
What? No. What the heck?
If you need money, just ask. Where does money come from? What the heck?
I mean, some people do be like that.
Yeah.
I see.
Damn.
Okay. So, yeah, I think, like, the case for me, like, I think, like, ever since I have memories, my parents kind of just trust my brother and I to, like, handle all the red envelopes. I think that's the way they, like, teach us how to, like, look at the money and then, like, be able to, like, count the money myself. So, like, I guess, like, I have, like, better math ability compared to, like, other people at my age when I was little. So, I don't know if this, like, makes... Yeah, I don't know if this contributes to something, but like, yeah, I just like I really appreciate my parents like not scamming me.
Hold on. Okay, so I know we're getting a little off topic, but like I have a follow-up question to that. Did you guys get allowances, or was like Lunar New Year or like whatever the only time that you got money, and then you had to make that survive until the next year?
The thing is, like, I never really got to use my money because the way my parents did things was that I could get most of what I wanted as long as they approved. So it's like, I want, like, I don't know, a new video game. Oh, I don't know, Paul, you know, like, but like, even if I didn't have the money and they approved, they would buy it for me. So, like, I guess the giving of money was really just, like,
Symbolic.
yeah, symbolic, like a thing we did, you know?
Yeah, I never got allowance, but like, actually, I think my childhood was similar to Kylie's, where like, if I wanted something and it made sense, my parents would just give me the money. But then again, like, they didn't approve of many things. There were so many toys that I wanted growing up, and I got like 2 of them.
I see. No, I think same as me, but I think my parents gave me a little more freedom compared to like the normal kids. I think it's probably because like I didn't have the history of like randomly buying like useless things. Like I usually have a reason when I buy things, so I guess my parents kind of just trust me. Like they just ask me to let them know if I need money, and then they'll like transfer me some, but they don't really like care how I use them.
Rich.
I didn't buy that much stuff.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Anything to add? I guess you kind of touched on
Yeah, I
it.
kind of touched up on it. Like, I think as a kid, I did have an allowance system. Like, they tried to implement one. But, like, you know, like the chores thing, where if you do a chore, you get like,
Oh,
money
yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
Oh, they did that too for me.
But, like, it did not
Y'all
work
got paid
us,
for doing
no.
chores? That's crazy.
No, it's like $1 if you, like, wash the dishes.
I see.
Yeah.
But, like, I think as we grew up, like, I got into more extracurricular activities. So I didn't have time for any of that.
Yeah.
And most of the things I wanted was, like, primarily related to, like, education. So, like, I didn't really...
Most of the things you wanted were related to education?
Yeah, like, I wasn't really particular in, like, material stuff, you know?
That's crazy.
I can relate though.
You know, I kind of relate.
Y'all didn't see no like Power Rangers and like you just wanted some?
Well, that was when I was like 7.
That was when I was 17.
Okay, let's switch it back to food. So, are there any cuisines that you barely tried growing up, but eat like sometimes now? Yeah, because I think we all agreed that our family has a huge influence on what we eat, at least when we were little. So, for the case of me, I have actually never tried tacos until my first year of college, and that was when I was exposed to like some of my UCLA friends who just happened to be in Taiwan during COVID. So they were just like, "Oh, want to try tacos? Want to get tacos here?" I was like, "Oh, there's tacos in Taiwan? I did not know that." And then I just like followed them. Yeah, so like I barely had any Mediterranean, like Singaporean or Spanish food. And then yeah, so it's just like what I said. My diet usually consists of like East Asian food. So Taiwanese, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, and Indian. So now that I think about it, I don't think I'm like super cultured. But I do try some of them in my college years though.
Can I ask you about the tacos in Taiwan? Was it good? Was it like tacos in America?
I have not experienced enough to answer that. Like it just tastes like tacos. It's not bad.
Do they have Taco Bell in Taiwan?
No, they don't.
Ah.
Yeah, that's why like I've never like heard of or like tried. Like those are like the really specific stores that only occur at places where there are more foreigners. yeah, usually like Taiwanese people don't really eat that. Am I the only uncultured one here? Yeah, like any info. We don't have to like.
It's
go
because
in.
it's because you grew up in Taiwan, so like it makes
Yeah.
sense that like you're eating more Asian food, like because you know, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like I guess like I grew up with a lot of Chinese food too, but like there's not like a particular cuisine that I eat a lot of. I just eat a lot of other cuisines, if that makes any sense. But not like out of any specific reason, mostly because like it's a lot more like available like here at UCLA. Like, oh, I can, it's not like real Mexican food, right? But I can, go to Ronde West and get Mexican food. And it's like great, like bulk for like one swipe, you know? Yeah. When I was in China, I was like talking with my cousins. We were in like a mall. And then they were like, oh, I've never been to McDonald's before. And I was like, oh, let's go to McDonald's, right? So we went to McDonald's. And let me tell you, the Big Macs there, they look like the Big Macs in the commercials, you know? It's like a Chinese McDonald's. So I was like, you know, like, I bet this is going to be like kind of like terrible, right? And this was in like a tier 2 city. So like,
a tier 2 city. What's
it's like, because they have like tiers of cities. Like,
Oh.
think of like, I don't know, maybe like Milwaukee, not to like insult anyone or something.
that? Wait. Explain to me this tier system.
So like the really nice cities like Beijing, Shanghai.
or like LA, New York.
Tier 1.
Yeah, tier 1.
Okay.
Maybe I'm like just talking my ass, but I know there's like a tier system.
Just making stuff up on the spot.
Yeah. But we were in like Hanzhong, which is like pretty big, but not like
Oh,
Shanghai.
that's tier 2? Oh.
I don't know. I don't even know, but like they had McDonald's, and the McDonald's there was great. Let me tell you. I don't know if they had chicken nuggets though. But wait, what were we talking about again?
Like, what cuisines that you barely tried growing up?
Yeah, I guess like just like everything else other than Chinese food.
And I think same for me. Like I got more used to eating like pasta because you know Epic.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean like it's just availability and like proximity. So yeah.
Even when you were little?
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. We didn't go out a lot. It was just a lot of home food, home cooking. So I didn't explore a lot, you know. So,
I see.
yeah.
That makes sense.
I think for me it was so like growing up like I was super scared of like spicy food, so like I didn't eat a lot of things because of that, and then like I just assumed all Mexican food was spicy, which jalapenos are kind of spicy, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But so like I didn't eat Mexican food, or like every time we'd go out for Mexican food, like we'd have to get me like a separate order, like you know something, but eventually I grew up, and now I love tacos, so shout out tacos. Shout out specifically Taqueria Los Cueros number 3. It's in Whittier.
I don't think I've
Best
heard
place
any
to
of them.
Best
Sorry.
Number 1 is in Anaheim. Number 2 is also in Anaheim, but like number 1 and number 2 are kind of scary. I went there once at night, and like it's like very like all the gang members pull up there, and like they're not scary, they're really nice, but you can just tell that like they have a air of like scariness, right? Like they're really nice, but like you know that if you piss them off, like you're probably gonna die. Yeah. But Taqueria Los Cueros number 3 was in Whittier, and that one was a little nicer, so that's the one that I ended up gravitating towards. But shout out them.
I see. Okay. Wait, so I think we also touched on this question a little bit, but I want to hear a little more. So what is the food in your schools from K to 12 like, specifically? So let me give you my example.
shit.
Okay, so I went to a public elementary school and then a private middle and high school. So the food in my public elementary school, they were like really, really cheap. They're like $1 per meal, but it might be like the Taiwanese like food system, but it's still relatively cheap in the Taiwanese standard. And then, yeah, so I grew up eating school lunch. Like usually people just eat school lunch. Not that many people bring their own food. And then, yeah, the food was really interesting. So some of the things were such as like neon yellow curry. So it's just curry, but in like a neon yellow color, which I don't know how it existed. And there's also the 3-color beans. I don't know if you guys heard of that, but it's like the green beans and then corn, carrot. That was like a lot of the children's nightmare. At least in Taiwan. I'm not
But
sure
we
like
had that too.
oh.
I remember that too.
Yeah, but we have it in our lunch a lot. So it's just like I think they're trying to like balance out like the veggies and meat. And then and our favorite food for the public school lunch were like fried fish with eggs inside and like IU jelly sometimes when they have desserts. Yeah, so they try to make it healthy and affordable. And in my private schools, they had more decent lunch. And they're also in buffet style, but with better quality. But we often had like salad, 3-cup chicken, fried rice, and sometimes like pasta, etc. But like regardless, all the lunches I grew up eating were like still like Asian-ish.
I mean, we had like the classic salad bar, and then we had like the rubber pizza, the rubber cheese pizza. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like it's like pizza, but it's like a square or a rectangle, and there's like some tomato sauce, and it's like this weird cheese that like is literally like rubber. Like it literally tastes like the texture and the consistency and everything is just rubber.
So there's like a lot of cheese.
That's the only thing that's on there besides the dough and the sauce. So yeah.
So are they all like cafeteria style?
Yeah.
I see.
At least the other ones that we had. Okay, and I will say, I love Barack Obama. I love Michelle Obama. but that food thing that they initiated made food like way worse, in my opinion.
Wait, sorry, what did they initiate?
I have no idea.
They did a whole thing where they were like, oh, let's make food healthier.
Standards.
Like all we got
Like
was
fucking-
cheese pizza, which you could peel off the cheese like the skin of a burn victim or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We got those like mashed
fucking-
beans, like somebody just like scooped them out of like some sewer, you know? and like sometimes the milk was like globby. Like what else did we have?
Wait,
Wait. Question. Was it all like in containers that you could just
Yeah. Except the pizza. The pizza was encased in like the nice casing of plastic that they
Yeah.
apparently just like microwave the whole fucking thing in, you know? So it's like the whole thing's just like permeated with like how many like fucking microplastics are possible. And like I don't know, it was just a terrible time all around. Like
so here's my thing, right? We used to have vending machines with like soda.
they gave us Slurpee once. Like we could buy Slurpees, which are like these like Slurpee slushies. I don't know. They were like these frozen like sweet treats for like kids, right? And Michelle Obama took that away. Like oh my god.
Yeah, so like we lost that, and like our vending machine has like healthy drinks, and I was like nobody wanted those. So
Yeah, and it's like I don't know. Like to me, it's stupid, you know, because like what it caused me to do was literally just skip lunch.
Yeah, just starve.
Yeah, I just like literally starved because I was a kid and I was like, you know, I feel fine after starving. Like, who cares? I'm not gonna eat this. So
shit,
it's like, I personally feel that like they should have just kept like the unhealthy lunches because at that point at least like I would have ate, you know. But like I don't know. I just have such a vendetta against school lunch.
it
like
was definitely like well intentioned. I just don't think it was like well executed.
it was just
Yeah, it was
like
yeah.
like a complete foobar of an execution.
I think I don't want to like misquote this, but like I remember reading somewhere like that like they classified pizza as a vegetable.
Huh?
Like in the new lunch system, pizza was considered a vegetable because they had like tomatoes. I don't know if that's true. We need to fact check that after this. After
Yeah, I don't know. Like, but I remember like the teriyaki chicken. Like, I cannot eat teriyaki chicken to this day because the teriyaki chicken was so terrible. They also only served brown rice, which like tasted like cardboard. What else? Their bananas were good. I like the bananas.
That's a banana.
Yeah, I don't think they can like really screw that one up though. I remember we would like dare each other to eat the beans. Like, oh Paul, eat the beans, I dare you. And then like okay, I was stupid, right? I ate the beans and I got like the cheese touch or something from it.
Wait,
So I had to like give it to someone else. What happened?
the cheese touch like meaning like a physical thing or like just like a
No. Like, oh Paul ate the beans. He has the cheese touch. I don't know.
I remember we had the cheese touch too, like from
Yeah.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I will say because I was a teacher before, right? So I taught at the public schools, and it was the same stuff. I taught at a private school. Dude, they had like catered food every day. It was something different. Like, they had Domino's, they had like Panda Express, like they had like name brand stuff every day, and I was like, this is how private school kids are living. Like they get like legit food. Like I was excited to eat there. You know, like I had yard duty, and when you have yard duty in that one school, they give you like $7 meal dollars, So I got to eat like that lunch, and I was like, dude, if I had this growing up, oh my gosh, I'd be a whole different person. Private school kids live different, you know.
Yeah, that's similar to my private school experience.
You got catered food?
Yeah, it's from the same company though, but like it's different every day still.
Okay. Oh, this might be a question. Your college food. I didn't go here for college, so I can contribute a different opinion, but what do you guys think about it?
Yeah. What's your
Number one
favorite
dining hall in the nation, apparently.
It
Number
gets
one
tiring. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
It's hard to get enough calories, enough protein.
Yeah.
What do you guys have multiple dining halls?
Yeah, but like
I really
it takes
doubt
time to.
it's still number one. Like, yeah.
It takes time to eat at a dining hall. It's kind of like crusty in there too. Well, it's like not crusty, but there's like little like crumbs of food in like where you're sitting. So I don't know. Like personally, for me, it's just not a very comfortable environment. I usually just like if I'm not going with friends, I'll like eat, like fill up as fast as possible, and get out to do whatever I need to do. Takeout's pretty good. I don't know. Like maybe I'm like whining about. Maybe I'm like super privileged and I don't know it, right?
Y'all are.
We might sound spoiled.
But
Dude, I'm telling you about my undergrad after, and then you're gonna be shocked.
in the beginning, it was really good, but it just gets tiring after a while. I guess you
Yeah.
really miss home cooked food. Yeah.
Oh, you guys feel the same way about UCLA food? Really?
I'm appreciative of it, but like after 2 or 3 years, it's like tiring to eat the same food, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, like-
Let me go on a rant. Let me go on a rant for a second, okay? Because I didn't go here. I went to a small private school, like 6,000 people undergrad, right? We had one cafeteria that had a food that, like, I swear, like, not actually, but it seemed like it just repeated every week. That was your one option. You don't like it, you just starve. I went in with like 20 meals a week or whatever. I just kept dropping it to the minimum. The minimum was 10 meals a week. And I still wasn't finishing that because it was so awful. And like we had one option. So like you can't like swipe at a different truck if you don't like the food. You just have to live with it.
Oh.
And
You don't have takeout either?
dude, your meal swipe, you can use it to swipe into the cafeteria. That's it.
Oh.
If you want a takeout box and you want to eat at home, that costs money. Like
Oh.
so you have to
Oh,
eat
that's
in there
weird.
too. Like, oh my gosh. And the food was everything other than Mexican food was awful. Every time they tried ethnic food, it just didn't work out. So like they would like try like ramen, awful. They'd try like teriyaki chicken, awful. They didn't know how to make rice. So like when I hear y'all complain like y'all got multiple options, and I've been to one, I've been to B plate. It's good, bro. I don't know what you're talking about, Paul. Paul, go for like 1 week at my undergrad, you'll hate your life. You'll die.
Okay. Wait, then I guess like it's not necessarily the taste, but also like the convenience of us like getting food. Cause like I would say like the mobile order system is kind of bad, but other than that, like we do have food like in a lot of places. Also until like 12
y'all
a.m.
can swipe. Oh, also that. Yeah, my cafeteria closed at 7. So if you didn't make it to the cafeteria by 7,
What?
you just starved that night. Also, you guys can like swipe and get Panda Express with their meal swipes, or like you guys can get restaurants, like you know, like we didn't have no restaurant, like we didn't have a lolly cup on campus. We had whatever name they called their cafeteria, like you know it was Eagle's Nest, like you know like you guys have like actual you guys have Panda Express, you guys have Rubio's, dude. You guys have Blaze Pizza? Like, y'all are making me heated.
Sorry.
I like how Patricia apologized.
No, I was like a hater, but like after hearing about this, I'm so sorry.
Dude, y'all don't know what
I
it's
mean,
like.
should have just gone to UCLA.
Yeah.
Dude, I had a 3.2 GPA coming out of high school. My reach was UC Irvine.
Yeah. Well, regardless, I think I'm like not as big as a hater, but like I appreciate B plate probably because like I am also like getting more health conscious, and I started going to the gym as well. And then like I also eat a lot like rendezvous and feast if I'm short on time, and I also like the Dre, like the gas station
the Dre's
sushi.
convenient.
It's sushi.
The what?
Yeah.
The tray.
The Dre?
Yeah.
It's like a convenience store style.
Just
Oh
pop
yeah, we have a lot of
down,
options.
Grab
I'm
whatever you
sorry.
want, and you like to.
You microwave it, and then yeah, it's also like a swipe, and you get like drinks and like
Yeah.
snack. So it's pretty good. Yeah, it's just like I like a lot of the Asian options and B plate. Yeah, but it gets a little tiring after 3 years. But
No,
Yeah.
it won't.
Okay. I think if there's a thing that I appreciate here, it's the convenience of getting food. because I don't know. I personally quite like the mobile order system since you can just like order shit in class, pick it up on your way back, and you can like it's like very accessible to go to a lot of places. So like it's very easy to like get food whenever you want it, I guess.
Yeah.
As opposed to like cooking, you need to go through the whole thing like, oh, gotta chop the vegetables, you know, blah blah blah.
Yeah. No, I think some people are having issues because, like, they're, for example, on the hill and they said the wait time is 30 minutes. They're like, oh, fantastic. I have an hour to, like, before class, so I'll just get the mobile order. But it's not done until, like, 2 hours. So then they have to, like, go to
You
class,
have to,
etc.
you
And then,
always
like,
have to expect it like to be 2 times.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's what upsets
Yeah.
people. But, like, I don't have, like, bad experience with it personally. But
Y'all
yeah.
ever order from the robots?
Oh, have you?
No.
I have.
Or
Oh.
is it like effective?
I mean, what do you mean effective? Like, it
I mean,
delivered
people
my
like
food to me.
like fuck with them all the time, no? Like
Okay.
like that little thing bumbling around actually gets you food.
Yeah, so I ordered it once because you guys remember the coupon book, right? The UCLA coupon book.
Vaguely, yeah.
Yeah, one of them was like a free delivery.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, I might as well try it out. And like, so like I ordered. I was at Moore Hall, which is the education hall, and then I was like, and then it just came, and it brought me Subway.
And you ate it.
No, I just looked at it and threw it away. Yeah, like it came in the food, and then it like waited there, and then like I like confirmed that I saw it, and then it like went and it opened up, and then I got my food out, and then it like drove away.
Okay, that's interesting.
Y'all never ordered from the robot?
It just looks kind of like
You can
slow,
walk.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can walk 15 minutes or you wait for the robot to deliver it in, like, an hour. Like,
Okay,
I'll just walk.
But that's like mobile pickup, right? Kind of like the same thing, like except it comes to you.
Well, mobile pickup, I just like go on the way. Like I'm going back anyways.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You guys are going back. You guys live on the hill.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
you like
know.
reserve in advance. It's kind of different. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, I
robot
don't
like they
know.
deliver it to you, but like for the mobile order, you still have to go there. It's just like they receive they receive your order, so they can like plan ahead and like
I see.
make first.
I see.
Yeah, and you have an hour before they like throw it
That was
away.
it.
So,
I see.
yeah.
I see.
Okay, this reaches to the end of our podcast. But anything else you guys want to share that was not talked?
Yeah, I want to share
about?
that we're all gonna go eat in the cafeteria right after this.
Yeah.
Hope to reiterate how much I hate school food. Just terrible, terrible. I'm so glad I'm not there anymore.
Holy
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I guess it is done. Thank you everyone
Yeah,
for
we're gonna go
listening.
eat. All
Yeah.
right.
It was very informational. Thank you, everyone.
All right.
Yay!